Hi, good afternoon, and nice to see you again, Rachel.
Thank you for having me, Jasmine.
Yeah. So here with me is I would like to share with you one positive message capsule that you can take one and share with us the message that you have for our readers today.
Interesting. Shake a bit. I like the sound. Okay, I'll take my favorite color.
Yes, red.
Okay. You need no filters.
Oh wow! Yeah. So I think in everything that you do, there's no filter. In your real life, whatever that you do in your school is basically there is no need to filter because all is what it is, the goodness.
It reminds me of I recently switched to an Oppo phone.
Okay.
And I'm quite bad with all these gadgets. And my friend said, "Hey, I heard Oppo phone, the camera is good. Let's do a selfie." And I was so embarrassed to tell her that my Oppo phone has this beauty app and I can't turn it to natural. And she said, "No, it's okay. Let's just try beauty app for fun."
Okay.
And she was surprised that I wanted it natural.
Okay.
So I guess today's message resonates with me because last night I told her, I don't need filters.
So today is let's begin our Parents World Let's Talk sessions with Rachel from Red SchoolHouse. Hello. Yeah, and we will begin our questions to understand more about her preschool.
Thank you.
So first question that I have is basically, can you tell us a little about the history of Red SchoolHouse and how does it begin?
Actually, Red SchoolHouse, we turned 20 years this year.
Wow! Congratulations!
So history. I start with 3 pointers. First, at age 12, it was my most difficult period because I lost my mom at age 10.
So sorry.
And I remembered my form teacher when I was age 12. She was deeply concerned of, perhaps she could see I was slowly going into low self-esteem. And she spoke to my dad to trust her to let me spend more time with her at her place. So she prepared me not just academically for PSLE. She helped look after my emotional bank, my heart. So at age 12, I remembered very vividly in a swinging and said, when I grow up, I want to be a teacher.
Oh, that's nice.
But I forgot about it and became a banker. And fast forward, my son, when he was 5, he told me, I'm lonely, because he was the only child, I'm lonely. And I realized that I was spending too long hours in the corporate life. And one day I sprung a surprise on my husband and I said, I quit. He said, then do what? I don't know, I quit. But I'm glad he was very supportive. And then the next was my son's, the third thing was my son's preschool owner. She said, you quit? And she was happy because she always felt that I would do well in the preschool area like her. Because she said that whenever I stepped into my son's preschool, she saw my eyes sparkled when I speak to the preschoolers, when I interact with my son's classmates. And then she asked me to try being a teacher in her school. 20 years. And she's still my mentor sometimes when I'm at the cross junction and I go to her and ask her what to do. So I'm thankful for that.
Interesting story.
Emotional calmness is very important. How to guide the child to handle emotional calmness. How to provide serenity when they are in school. And how to give them clarity of mind. It's not just teaching the academics. So settling the heart is one of our main compass in all that we do. Defining your child is nurturing identity, personality, and strength. So our curated lesson plans, we work on strengthening the growth of the child, but we always align back to their natural tendencies and potentials.
Wow. This is really amazing because you have really a mission that is, firstly, is start with the heart.
So Red SchoolHouse uses the acronym SPICE, S-P-I-C-E, and this is actually a very common acronym: social, physical development, intellectual, creativity, and emotional. But at Red SchoolHouse, we do it slightly different. We took out the P and focus in personality. We took out the E and put in experiences. And the S is social emotional.
Okay.
To me, giving them personality, giving them experiences is very, very important, because I believe that we need to have social connection skills. I did once lament that we always have mothers and grandmas volunteering in the school. Every time when I need help, actually in everywhere, even in church, when you need help, the women all will come. So the men, I wanted to have more men to show the fathers that they are also superheroes and they are also super interesting. So I started this idea of having like how you do, you come and you invite me for sharing sessions. So I have this where I invite dad to come and have sharing sessions with the K2s, and we call that morning express with dad. Express, because we tell parents, okay, the fathers 30 minutes, just share about not just your occupation but your hobby. So it's fun. Then I start to see the fathers after nudging them and encouraging them, they start to share about their favorite soup recipe.
Oh, that's interesting.
For example, and then aeroplane model making. So you start to see this other side of the fathers, and I'm so proud of creating that start to the school.
Yeah, I think it's something interesting. Not always moms, right? It's the dad to be involved in the kids' development as well. Yeah, that's nice. And now question is regarding about like challenges and rewards, along that line. So first question is, what are some of biggest challenges you or your colleagues face on the day-to-day basic in teaching your children?
Okay. I'm going to say this, and I hope
especially
parents
young
out
children.
there don't get so angry with me.
No.
I feel that especially after COVID, the young parents now are more anxious. After COVID, once I casually made this remark, I feel like I'm working in a hotel concierge other than educators. We always have new parents coming in with a disposition that they do not trust our school teachers yet. And sometimes it can be admittedly very stressful, because they want frequent, immediate update during the day's work, during field trip. They want, and they don't understand that when we are with children, children comes first. We have to attend to children. The update comes later. And I find it now a little harder to explain to them why. So I'm still thinking of ways of how to influence them to remember that when they decide to enroll a child in a school, the moment you decide to enroll, you have to trust. Not, I can't trust yet.
How do you handle situation where the children actually struggle to adapt or have difficulty in their social interactions?
I always tell my teachers, anything out of normal, please come to me first. I'm so worried that they may not be able to present clearly to the parents and cause unnecessary anxiety. And what I would always train teachers is, let's always have careful observations, not just observation and note taking, and then you refer to your theory, pedagogy notes. And after you do your careful observations, especially noting down when do they trigger, what's the scenario like, is it overstimulation, and then don't just diagnose it and say, okay, this is the problem. Then we'll think of what to do to help the child. So most important is to create a safe space for the child. The children are very bright. When you're observing them, you don't even have to tell them, they know already.
They can feel it.
Yes, and when they have, challenge behaviors, you don't need to tell them, they know already. So you create a safe space,
yes.
And then sometimes you tell social stories, because storytelling always works. Sometimes you even redirect. Don't even focus on what they did not do right. And then you do buddy system with another classmate that is able to help and guide. I find that with this, it will definitely, one of the pointers will definitely help the child.
That's nice. It's a good buddy system, to get the trust for the kids to express themselves when they have difficulty in socially. Yeah, understand. And this is a very interesting question. That if your school or classroom has a theme song, what would it be?
That's my going forward project. I've always wanted to have a school song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've not done that yet.
Okay.
But if you ask me now, I'm a true blue Singaporean. I love Singapore, and recently it's National Day, right?
Yes.
One of my favorite National Day song is Home. And there's this first verse of Home that struck very, very deep into me, and that's where the lyrics of the song goes, whenever I'm feeling low, I look around me and I know there's a place that's always within me, wherever I may choose to go. So this really struck me because, let me explain, I have ex-student. She was with me at age 4, and then K2, she graduated. She went on to primary school and secondary school, and we didn't keep in touch. She was always dear to me because I've always felt that she's different, and I remember her K2. I spent a lot of time talking to her. Every day passed so fast, so I don't hear her and I don't think of her. And one day when she was age 15, she pressed the doorbell, and then when I came and she looked at me and she looked so sad and so distraught, and I said, oh dear, what happened? And she said to me, yes, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling lost. And the only thing I could think of is Red SchoolHouse, because this is a place where I really had beautiful memories.
Nice.
And I feel so touched.
Yes.
And I said, Rachel, I must share this with my team and to say that we did something right. We definitely did something right.
Yes.
For her to think of the school and just want to be in and feel safe and remember happy memories and be strengthened again. And she's 22 years old now.
Wow.
So I'm so happy.
Yes.
Because usually we don't remember our preschool. And with students coming back and building relationship, I am so empowered.
Do you believe like one approach is better than the others, or any advice for that?
In P1, now there's no more exams, right? But that's one thing good. But they still have mini tests. So example, in truth, that's what I do. I look at what P1 is doing, and then I move backwards for my preschool curriculum. So my K2s, they should be able to do problem sum. As much as I don't like spelling test, I have to start K1 and K2. So in truth, my morning structured lesson plans are really structured. They have to know, even not just academic, even the routine care are very structured. They have to know that during lessons for the upper levels, they can't just go to the toilet anytime they want. Because when they step out into the world, not just school education, even in big organization, there is protocols, SOPs to follow. So these are all structured, right? Even when you cross the road, we have traffic rules. These are all structured. So Red SchoolHouse is structured, and in the afternoon, it is not. So that's where I call Red SchoolHouse curriculum holistic, balanced. So in the afternoon, we have our specialty crafted lesson plans like health for life, mindfulness for life, character for life, mastermind for life. Yes, art therapy based lesson plans. So if you ask me, and in life, everything has to be balanced.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. So balance is the key word for your school, between structures and learning. I guess this is really the best approach, balance. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time sharing with us all this.
Thank you for having me.
Insightful information about your preschool, and I'm really sure that in the time to come, Red SchoolHouse will be growing more and more, because what you share with us is everything is come from the heart and also the balance in everything. So I think wish you all the best for the next years and years to come for your preschool to grow.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, see you again in our Let's Talk Parents World. Bye.